Cinderella. What happens at 12 o'clock? It's over. But I think they're a big team for the. Until she goes back and meets the prince and falls in love.
He looks like a kid. He almost looks like Buster Posey.
This was supposed to be that quote rebuilding year. You got a ton of things to look forward to, but right now we are going to turn our attention to the winners of the NFC West.
This will be interesting.
Does it feel good to be a winner? I told you. Well, let's just ask George Kittle. Feels great, baby. Feels great. Looks great. You know what? This is what happens when you play the way you do. You're the first guy to get the T-shirt. Conquered the West. NFC West champions.
Hey.
You know what?
Hostile territory.
You don't need a better chair. I'm going to take a second real quick. Look at your fans. Look at that. That's a rowdy crowd. What is this? I mean, this is a tough place to play. And for your guys, as fans, to travel the way they do, how much does this mean to you?
I mean, this is awesome. I think we have one of the best fan bases in the NFL, and for them to travel in a hostile environment like this, it's amazing. So the faithful is awesome.
Congratulations, you guys. You are NFC West champs and headed to the postseason. Your ticket to the dance has been punched. Hey, Purdy, this football game is pretty easy, right? NFL? Right?
I mean, that's what I thought growing up, but man, getting here, it's another story, but very blessed, man. It's awesome.
All right, so take us back to draft day. I get a call from Preston Jones, your high school coach. He says, do you mind talking to this kid, Brock Purdy? We're in the 7th round. I don't know if he's going to get drafted or not. I called you, shared my experience. We talked a little bit. From that day to now, could you have imagined where you're at right now?
I mean, honestly, I've always believed in myself. I didn't know at what point it would come. But I envisioned, this kind of stuff happening in terms of going and leading an NFL team down the road. I've always had that kind of confidence in myself, but in terms of the timing of it, man, I just gave that up to God and trusted in His plan and His story, and so here we are.
Kittle.
Still the humble kid.
Like, what are we doing?
Oh, my gosh.
You brought the 2 touchdowns for me?
Just for you, man.
That had to feel good.
It did.
Yes.
It really did.
I
Golly.
saw you guys getting off the bus together. I was like, oh, they must have had a conversation and then 2 touchdowns. What went into that?
You know what? You remember 2 weeks ago, Nick Bosa got called out in the team meeting by Kyle Shanahan? I got called out last night. They're like, we need to yak more. And I was like, all right, man, you want me to yak more? Feed me the ball. And that's what we did, baby. Thanks, Kyle.
It feels great, baby. Represent Jimmy G.
Right. We had our interview earlier this week. And I asked you. Yesterday. Yes. Was that yesterday? Time flies when you're having fun. Long ago. And we talked about it. We talked about the production. Obviously, it came out today. I saw a little bit of that yak. What's this mean going forward, too? What do you think now? You getting incorporated more in this offense, I think it's the best thing going for you. What do you think going down the line with this?
I mean, I'm going to take the Tony Gonzalez's word for it. That's great stuff for me. Just keep working on it. Purdy's feeling confident. He looks confident. He is confident. And as long as he's confident, everyone in that huddle's confident. And then we're going to get rolling, keep making plays. He's going to keep feeding, and Christian McCaffrey's pretty decent, too.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, he's all right.
Kittle, I got to ask you, listen, obviously you represent the tight ends well. You're such a stud. We all know that. And we know what a stud Tony is. But how does all the tight ends feel about the Terminator electric gloves that Tony wears on the set every week for his cold hands? I mean,
didn't you play in Kansas City?
I did.
You played a cold game.
We've asked the same thing every week.
What are we doing, Tony?
I have a condition. I mean, one guy's sleeveless up here, and the other guy's got electric gloves.
Sure, what are you wearing, dude?
Yeah, you know what I mean? These are the leathers. You know what I mean?
I have to.
You're a man.
Yeah, I'm going to take this off. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There we go.
I want to
talk to the man of the hour right here, Brock Purdy.
I'll get out of your way.
No, don't get out of the way. So last week, your family, I know, well, he is very troubled. Look at his guy.
That shirt right there.
A long sleeve Hawaiian shirt.
What?
Long sleeve.
At this point. So last week, the incredible game against Tom Brady, we saw the great scene with your family in the crowd, and then you go on the road and you pick up a great win against this Seattle team. All game long, Alan Kirk, we're talking about how poised you are, the fact that you don't take care of the football. This is now 10 straight quarters without a turnover and 7 touchdowns. Explain for us, if you
in when Brock.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I got a great system with Kyle Shanahan. You know, the vets on the team, the leadership that we have. You know, for them to just trust in me. They've seen what I've done throughout camp and in preseason. So all I've had to do is just go in and do what Coach asked me, trust in the reads, trust in the guys to make plays, get them the ball. You got guys like B.A., George, Christian, so it makes my job a lot easier. So very thankful for them.
Let me just ask too, the 4-year starter in college, I feel like that helps. We're seeing a lot of these guys come out early now and not get a lot of games. The way you dealt with the noise here today, just your poise in and out of the huddle, is sliding right there after you got the first down at the end of the game. Talk to me about how that experience has played in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just being in a lot of reps, seeing defenses, being in environments like Oklahoma, Texas, for bowl games, all that kind of stuff has led up to this kind of moment. To come in here in this kind of environment, it's not easy. And so, yeah, I feel like the experience definitely helped out. But I got guys around me that can make plays too. Just got to get the ball.
How'd you do versus Iowa in college?
Yeah, Iowa State up here.
I'm not going to bring that up.
You brought it up.
No, man, let's graduate. Let's move on and let's play.
You still wear Iowa State gear everywhere, man. Jeez Louise.
Go Cyclones.
I don't think he won.
George, for you guys, obviously over the last few years, you've had injuries at quarterback. Y'all dealt with this before. What was the message for the leadership, for the guys who've been in this, and then also for him, of how you keep going forward and keep pursuing what you all set out to do to begin this season?
Our biggest thing was our best players just got to make better plays. We had to come together. We lost Jimmy, he was on a hot streak. Brock came in, he's confident, he's throwing the ball. We don't need Brock to do anything special. We just need Brock to play quarterback, and he's doing special stuff on top of that. But really all it is our best players just play really well, and that's what we're doing. Whether it's wide receiver, whether it's tight end, fullback, running back, our defense, they continually step up. I mean, what an incredible defense. Well, how many games in a row is that, like, under 15 points?
A lot.
They're fantastic. Nick Bosa is decent.
I was just going to say.
Nicholas John Bosa, you're going to be defensive player of the year.
He goes full name every time.
Yeah, every time.
Should be. MVP.
But Brock, I want to talk to you about just how are you feeling, because you don't have to do everything. You don't have to make plays, but you're on a championship roster. Nobody's saying nothing. They came into this season saying Super Bowl, and you're manning the ship. And guess what? They're still saying Super Bowl. You have all the talent in the world, but you are also sneaky athletic. Tell me about when you're using your legs, because last week that touchdown, I mean, I don't know if that happens without your athleticism.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to say it, but I feel like, I guess my athleticism is sort of overlooked. So, I mean, I just try to make plays within the rhythm of the play, with power calls, get them the ball, and if something doesn't happen, I can make something happen off schedule. But I don't go into the play looking like, hey, I got to run or anything like that. I know that I can't use that down the road when the play isn't there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm 6 foot, I can move a little bit, but
The coolest play I saw you made was the one you swam over the dude and then dimed it in there.
Oh, they play the Raiders on New Year's Day.
How do you feel sitting beside two Gilbert,
Really?
Arizona
Yep,
legends?
at Vegas.
I mean, Gilbert, Arizona on the map. I mean, from the streets
The largest
of
town in
Arizona.
Arizona has great golf courses, so I do really enjoy Arizona. I mean, but sitting beside two legends, I mean, goodness gracious. Lucky me.
So, Kenna, if the people that didn't see our interview before, what is the difference this team versus the teams you had before, the ones that played the Super Bowl? You guys didn't win it. What's it about this team that's going to get you guys to that game and actually go out there and win the thing?
I think our vets right now at all of our key positions, whether it's offensive line, whether it's tight end, whether it's wide receiver, running back, unfortunately not quarterback, not a vet, but he's doing really well. We just have so many vet players that are playing at a really high level, and we've all come together. Our offensive line has played injury-free for most of the year, and they're just playing at a really high level, working together. And again, our defense is fantastic. I think Nick Bosa is definitely a better player than he was in 2019, which is scary for everybody else. Our linebackers are playing amazing. Drake Greenlaw should just be a Pro Bowl player right now. Oh my gosh, he's playing at an insane level. And our safeties are playing really well together too. And I think our corners are great. So I just think our team right now is just meshed. And we're just vibing right now, man.
How much fun is it to have this guy as a teamate?
it's hilarious. He just doesn't shut up. We love George. I love George.
No, I just love how poised you are. It almost feels like you expected all of this to happen. Everyone and us media folks, right, just sit there like, this is crazy what this kid has done. And I watch you and your composure, and it just doesn't seem like you're surprised by it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've just tried to come in, believe in myself, and make plays what Kyle calls. I don't try to do anything outside of that. So
I can answer that actually. What Brock has done since he's come in, he was confident in OTAs. He came in preseason. He diced up the best defense in the NFL. Came in the preseason games, was threading balls. He has had confidence since he's been in this building, and everyone on this team has sensed that. I mean, he's just been waiting for an opportunity, and unfortunately, of all the injuries at quarterback, hey, he's finally gotten his opportunity, and he's just wheeling and dealing.
I'm sensing a nickname here. Love it. Big confidence, Brock. Should we go with that, or?
It's a family show, so it's something like that.
I said big Cyclone Brock.
Cyclone.
I gotta let you go because there's a lot of other people that want to ask you questions. But real quickly, before I let you go, give it up for your fans one more time.
Thank you.